We often talk about how this country has a massive mental health problem, and it does. There's no argument. This is one of the few things that Republicans and Democrats and rich and poor and everybody can be like, yeah, we got some mental health issues in this country. The problem is that while it's great that we can point it out, I mean, identifying the problem is obviously the very first thing we got to do before we can start solving it, but we don't say anything about it. I don't know why that is. So here are the top 2 things you can do to eradicate depression and mental illness in your life. Exercise and testosterone. Exercise actually increases testosterone, so that's why it's the number 1. When you exercise, what actually happens is all the little joint mechanoreceptors, all the neurology from your body that's connected to your brain, your muscle spindle fibers, Golgi tendon organs, all those things, send tremendous amounts of information up through the joints into the spine, from the spine to the spinal cord to the brain, but it hits the cerebellum. And so all that information that's hitting the cerebellum has to be processed. So it sends it from the cerebellum to the frontal lobe to be actual processed and function, and we make sure everything's going right. Here's the cool thing. Everybody talks about you only use 10% of your brain. That's not necessarily accurate. What is accurate is that the body can only focus energy in one spot or the other for very long. As you increase function to the frontal lobe, you actually decrease function to the temporal lobe. The temporal lobe houses the amygdala. The amygdala is your fear, hate, anger, terror, all the bad stuff. So you actually shut that part down. As you shut that down, the only thing that's left is dopaminergic function, which is reward, happy, great, all those things. You also get into something that shifts what's called the sympathetic parasympathetic shunt back and forth. So what ends up happening is you shift out of sympathetic, which is fight, flight, and into parasympathetic, which is resting, digesting. This allows the gut to start functioning at a higher level. Well, guess where all of your serotonin is made? It's made in the gut. So now all of a sudden, we have high dopamine function because you're actually achieving goals that you set for yourself, and we start producing serotonin again, which helps us stay more awake and more alert and feel better. So we have both of these things going for us. Now, the other thing is that neurologic drive, your body understands that tissue is being damaged, so it increases delivery and production of testosterone. Now, testosterone is fantastic for the whole body. It's the healing hormone. We talk about this a lot. It's hypercritical to actual health. However, what people don't understand is that the reason testosterone was first made in 1935 was to treat depression. That was it. Not for muscles, not for bones. It was specifically to treat depression. And it is spectacular at doing that. So if you work out, you're going to get more testosterone. If you recognize the need for testosterone, you supplement with testosterone, everything starts building back better. You start producing, with testosterone, you start producing more muscle. Inside those muscles are ATP generators called mitochondria. That ATP keeps the brain functioning and moving. Everything starts building back together when you have testosterone and you actually exercise. All of these things start building themselves back up. So if we really want to make a push to fix mental health in this country, we would institute exercise. We would take our kids who were decreasing recess, we're decreasing PE, we're not making them exercise, we're letting them get fat and sit around and stare at screens all the time. If you would take those kids and get up and make them move and exercise a couple times a day, what we would see in the teenage adolescent era is that the anxiety, the depression, the mental issues would start radically decreasing. But that's not something we want to do for some unknown reason. It's as if we're actually trying to foster mental health issues. We need to start exercising more. We need to get out and move. You guys don't have to, lift weights like I do. You guys don't have to run marathons. Just get out and move. Walking around outside is a fantastic option to start with. Now, the more you do this, the better things get. There is a caveat to this. COVID has really increased this. What ends up happening when we get sick for a long time? We see this with Lyme's, we see this with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, things like that. What ends up happening is what's called the point of diminishing returns gets a little screwed up. Now, the point of diminishing returns is where you exercise for 3 units, and you break yourself down 3 units, but your body can only heal 2. So what ends up happening is you get more tired, more sore, and you feel worse from exercise. This is one of those things where you have to go back through, clean up the gut, increase nutritional function. Oftentimes you have to increase testosterone in the body, usually exogenously. Then once the body heals a little bit, then it will have the ability with nutrition and testosterone and the ability to sleep again to heal at a greater rate. So now you can break yourself down 3 units in the gym and you can rebuild 4 or 5 units. Now that damage you're doing to the body, that the body then has to increase your metabolism, which is creation of new cells. It has to create those new cells. It actually can do that. And once it can do that, now we can heal and regenerate and grow better instead of just breaking ourselves down without the ability to heal. And we get past that point of diminishing returns and we start getting healthier and better as we go along. Again, that is nutrition and that is sleep and that is testosterone, proper hormone balance. So if we can get those things added to exercise, we really start to see a massive change in the way your psychological function happens. So if we really want to take a chance and say, we're going to make a positive change to radically push for positive healthcare, mental healthcare changes, we're going to have to start really focusing on physical motion and exercise, as well as testosterone and nutrition. But if we start moving, a lot of people are starting to start getting better. So let's start exercising, let's start moving if we really do care about our mental health.